Hi Oswestry, and a big welcome to all our visitors wherever you are. Oswestry Town Museum has been closed to the public since March 2020 as part of the COVID restrictions, and during that time we've been planning hard for the day when we can reopen our doors. I want to take this opportunity to tell you a little about one of the exciting projects we're working on, called the Oswestry Diaries. We're working in partnership with the Marches School to help create a record of people's experiences during the recent lockdown, and are asking you to visit their website at www.lockdown-diaries.co.uk to take part in recording your lockdown experiences. This will create the Lockdown Diaries, a record of today's events for future generations. Of course, this is not the first time that Oswestry has been through periods of lockdown, and all of them different for a number of reasons. At Oswestry Museum, we are looking at past events that have resulted in the lockdown effect and are comparing them to today's situation with COVID. Again, we would welcome your memories, family stories or records about previous lockdown situations, everything from World War I, Spanish flu, World War II and the foot and mouth outbreaks. As an example, I have chosen a series of adverts from the December 1918 copies of the Border Counties Advertiser newspapers, over 100 years old, that seem to have a parallel with the current situation. Recently we have seen shortages of some items in the shops, caused by a number of reasons, one of which was people stockpiling certain items, described as panic buying. There were shortages of many items in 1918, and one product in particular made appeals through advertisements in local papers with some quite heartfelt headings. This one is from December the 11th, 1918. It's under the heading Unselfishness. There is a simple way of helping others during the present influenza epidemic. It is to refrain from buying Bovril if you have a stock in the house, which will carry you on even for a month. In this way, you will leave the available Bovril in the shops for those who have illness at home. Bovril Limited, recognising that those who are deprived of the bodybuilding power of Bovril may more easily fall victims to the epidemic, are doing their utmost to increase the supply. But the lack of bottles seriously hampers their efforts, and it is hoped that men will soon be released from the bottle factories so that there may be once again Bovril for all. The next one is from December the 18th, 1918, and this is under the heading Sold Out of Bovril, It's Not Your Grocer's Fault. It reads, the demand for Bovril is naturally very great at the present moment, and it has been necessary to ration the trade owing to the lack of bottles. It is hoped that men will soon be released for the bottle factories and that there may be once again Bovril for all. In the meantime, those consumers who have sufficient supplies are urged to abstain from further purchases in order that the bodybuilding powers of Bovril may be available for those who have illness at home. The final piece is from December the 24th, 1918, Christmas Eve. It's headed On Behalf of the Invalids. It is deeply to be regretted that the influenza epidemic coincided with a shortage of Bovril. On behalf of the invalids, Bovril Limited wish to thank all those who refrained from buying Bovril during this period. The unselfish action of those consumers allows the available supplies to go to those who stand in greater need of Bovril. More bottles, and therefore more Bovril, will be available early in the new year. It's interesting to note that one of the problems was a shortage of bottles, and the comments about the men being released, presumably from war duties, to go back into the bottle factories. This is just one of many historic experiences that the people of Oswestry and the surrounding area went through during periods of restrictions or lockdown. If you have any memories, family stories or articles on things like this, please contact us through the museum website www.oswestrytownmuseum.co.uk. And don't forget to visit the Lockdown Diaries page too, www.lockdown-diaries.co.uk. Thank you. Some people today don't like wearing the masks that we're having to wear to protect ourselves during this current pandemic. But of course, historically, we've had to wear masks in previous lockdown situations. And one of the things to consider is Would you be rather wearing a mask like this or this?